This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Burkhart versus Williams. You all have been together for 3 years. You both want to get married, but your wedding plans are on hold, possibly forever, because of cheating allegations. Tell me why you're here, Miss Burkhart.
I've been with this man for 3 years. I have given him my heart, my soul. I have opened up every aspect of my life to him, and he treats it like it's all just one big joke.
What are you doing to make you think that he's cheating? What is happening? Oh. Have I asked the magic question?
I have every spy device possible.
Okay. Tell me about
I have
this.
GPS on his car. I had, for a year, I had to where he could record background noise. I could read his text messages. I could even hear his phone calls.
So you are out there playing I Spy.
Yeah, I have to. I'm like a certified detective now. Just I haven't been to school for it.
And you.
Okay, Mr. Williams, how does this make you feel that the love of your life is like she got her eye on you and about 10 other eyes?
In the beginning, it's cool. I understand. You know, I've done stuff. I understand everything she's doing. But now that time goes on, it's just like craziness. I mean, I just can't handle it no more. I mean,
So you're
I'm telling
saying-
the truth, which whatever comes out of my mouth is going to look like a lie anyway, because I already lied in the beginning. So no matter what I say, it's just going to be a lie.
So you're saying because you've broken the trust,
Right.
there is no
I
trust.
screwed this whole thing up. You know, I mean.
But in the beginning, when she first put these
You know,
out
most
there,
people screw up at the end. I wanted to screw up in the beginning, so the end would get, you know.
Okay, well, you keep talking about this broken trust. What did you do at the beginning?
You know, I mean, she knew I had a girlfriend. She's the one who, she knew I had a girlfriend. I meant, but I didn't know if, is this one right?
They
Or-
were
Wait a minute,
broke up,
hold
he
up.
said.
You said you had a girlfriend when you had a girlfriend?
Right,
So it was a triangle.
right, triangle.
so Ms. Burkhart, this is in the beginning of your
This
relationship?
is the beginning, yes.
How long were you all together when this?
Probably a month.
Oh my God, but you know what? Beyond that point of that 8 months on, honestly, I have never cheated.
Okay, so Miss Burkhart, he is saying I screwed up at the beginning.
Right.
Right.
But I've been right ever since.
You damn right.
All right.
Darn right.
I've been certified by Mr. Williams. Okay, so what is it that makes you think he's cheating now?
Well, first we have the babysitter after we've been together for a year. His babysitter.
Tell me about that.
She tried to call his phone, and I asked who it was, and he said it was the babysitter. Well, it's also one of his ex-girlfriends.
Okay, hold on. So where were you all? Where were you? Were at home, in a car? Where were you?
I was at home, and he was, I think, maybe at work that day.
Okay, so
and
what
I
happened?
messaged her, and I said, quit calling my man.
Hold on.
Wait.
You were home and he was at work.
Because remember, at this time, his phone's tapped and everything, so I see everything that he sees.
Okay, all right.
So I didn't see it on his phone. I saw it on my stuff.
There it
Okay,
is.
About his phone.
That's what I was confused about.
Right,
Okay, all right.
right.
So now tell me what happened.
So I said, whose number is this? And he's like, first he tried to say it was a guy, but I'm friends with that guy too, and he doesn't have that phone number. So I said,
Rookie mistake.
right.
Right.
And then he said, oh, that's my babysitter. Okay. So I said, well, why is she calling you at 3 a.m. when she's not even with your kids?
Because the good ones do that.
Right. All the time people do that. So I messaged her and I said, stop calling my man or I'm going to show up at your doorstep.
And she said,
Okay, Miss Thing, let me just tell you what your man's really doing. He's texting me and calling me every single day, telling me how beautiful I am and how much of a beep you are.
okay, but wait a minute. Don't you have a device on the phone? Wouldn't you see those messages to him? To her?
No, he was messaging from his friend's phone.
Oh, and you hadn't been able to get a hold of the friend's phone.
Right.
Mr. Williams, question number 1. Why is the babysitter calling you at 3 a.m?
This whole thing was just it was just a messed up thing. And I told the chick I don't want nothing to do with it no more. Then that's when she decides to call and say, hey, you know what your boyfriend's been doing? La, 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 la. Like I was just like.
Well, you kind of glossed over that a little bit. I don't want
I was about to say, Mr. Tyler, you gonna let him do that?
That was real smooth how he tried to do that.
Yeah. Answer the question.
Why is the babysitter calling you at 3 a.m?
To get together.
Okay, let me ask a different question.
Wait, he answered it. To get together.
Right.
To get together with you.
Yeah, to borrow
To get
some money.
together with you to
borrow
do
some money
something.
or whatever.
What's
Well,
the
it's not
whatever?
for whatever.
Yeah, that's the. Mr. Williams.
I never slept with her. I mean, when I was going out with her, I never slept with her. It was a kiss. She knew about it. You know, that's all.
Ah! Did you
So-
hear that?
What?
Did you hear what he said?
That they kissed?
Yeah.
Uh huh. Yeah.
You gonna ask him about that?
You can ask him.
No, you go
You
ahead.
can ask.
Why are you kissing the babysitter?
Just, she was an ex. I just, you know, I'm telling you, the 2016, I didn't take her serious. I didn't take nothing serious. I was a cheater.
We've been together for a year at this point.
I mean,
So you're saying, but that's the only time.
yeah, let me put something straight.
All right.
I did what I did.
Yeah.
I did what I did, okay? I've done what I done in 2016. But beyond this point, there's nothing. I have learned to love.
Liar.
I learned to cherish what she
There's
had.
the liar.
I mean, I can never ask for a better woman in my life. I mean, God put, really, hands
Okay.
down.
So you're doing all this stuff, which is very
Significant.
innovative. Yeah. You're doing all this stuff. Have you seen anything
Oh, yeah.
that you think he's cheating?
Yeah, his new thing is he likes to get on dating apps. In fact, I actually have a picture of a screenshot of one of his sites.
Ron, would you get that, please?
Yes, Sean.
This is a different one.
And you know this?
Thank you.
Okay, so what are we looking at here?
This is one
A
of the dating
profile.
sites and his name and what he says on there as about himself.
Fun one-night stand. About Tommy. One-night stands are good love, having fun, eating blank like a champ. Live like it's your last.
Wants to date, but nothing serious.
But he doesn't think about anybody else.
So, Mr. Williams,
Did you put this out here in the world?
Yep.
while you were with Ms. Burkhart,
I was kicked out at the time.
No.
why were you kicked out?
I get kicked out all the time for lying.
Yeah.
And
So why
I
were
know
you?
this doesn't make sense, but it does in my head. I mean,
All right. So you lie about things. That's why you constantly get kicked out. Is that?
I lie about going to the boat, gambling. I mean, I lie about a lot of stuff.
Are you being facetious or are you being real?
He's being real.
I'm being real.
Okay, all right.
I don't lie. I'm telling you the absolute truth. I just want to get to the bottom of this. I mean, I have cheated in
He
the
just said
beginning.
he don't lie.
But anymore,
Okay, wait a minute.
Hold on, Ms. Hold on.
Your testimony is, I'm a liar. Yes or no?
I have lied.
I know I just said yes or no. Did I not just say yes,
Yes,
or no?
I am a liar. Yes.
Okay, and so she doesn't trust you at all.
Right. No trust at all. I don't blame her.
Now,
Okay.
All right. So now my question is, when you get kicked out for lying, do you go out and make profiles?
I do not talk to no other females. I'm telling you this right now. I don't. You might look at the dating sites. All this might look to a judge and jury. I'm guilty as hell, but I'm not. Okay, I
okay.
am not.
All right,
I am faithful to her. I know it sounds crazy, but I am. Ever since that kiss, I'm beyond. I have not talked to no female, have not even mentioned no female. I might get on the dating sites and go on and blah, 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 but I don't talk to nobody.
Except for the girl in
I still don't talk to nobody.
Okay,
Ms.
tell me
Whip-
about it. Tell me about this.
Well, he was getting messages on his phone, so I texted this girl this number from my phone and said, "Quit texting my man."
Oh, please show the picture.
You submitted those
Oh,
texts.
please show the
I
picture.
did.
Okay.
Please show the picture.
So
Show the
she
picture.
says, "Here's that pics I told you I was sending."
And Ms. Burkhart, you responded, "You're ugly."
Yeah.
And she says, "I was chatting with a guy on there. I guess he gave me the wrong number."
And then you say, "Quit texting my boyfriend."
Yeah.
Yeah, show the woman, please.
And then it says, she says, "Sorry, babe, can't speak."
Keep sending my man pics, and I'm going to rip your
Beep.
blanket hair out.
Yeah.
Okay, so did she respond to this?
She did.
Oh, what did she do?
She sent me
Oh,
this.
Ron, would you get
Yes,
that?
Your Honor.
Whatever it is.
Thank you, ma'am.
And are you kidding me? Are you serious?
Which she also sent to his phone as well.
But are you serious? Look at me, Your
Wow.
Honor, look at me. Really?
And so this is
I
what
have a $9 hour job.
Hold on.
I'm sorry. It's crazy. Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Right.
I'm not in
Mr.
Hollywood.
Williams?
So, Mr. Williams, you're saying you're not having conversations with these folks. Why is she sending you a picture?
I really honestly don't know. I mean,
How'd she get his phone number?
really?
See how his life is? See how he's living? He's got it like that. Some men got it like that. I mean, some of us got to work. You know, some men it just falls in their
What
lap.
you working on?
I'm working on you.
I mean,
I spend all my time working on you.
All right, Mr. Cutler.
I think we got enough. I think,
Do you?
Yeah, I think because, I mean, it's going back and forth. I hear what's going on. You know, he says, yes, he's cheated in the past and he's made some mistakes, but not since 2017 has he been involved with anybody else. He's been faithful to her. Ms. Burkhart doesn't believe it. She doesn't buy it.
I understand.
If he's lying, you're done.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's why at this time the court would like to call interrogator Lena Cisco and licensed polygraph examiner Kendall Schul to determine, is he cheating? Rob, would you escort them in? We conducted an interrogation as well as a polygraph examination to get to the answers today. So we have Ms. Cisco and Mr. Schul here. Ms. Cisco, what did you do to determine about Mr. Williams' dealings with the babysitter?
I asked him about the relationship. He told me that he gave her money and that she kissed him. And then he made the comment, if I'm gonna be giving someone something, why not get something in return? And so then I asked him specifically if he was having sex with her, and he responded no, and as he said this, he showed disgust on his face, which to me appeared to be a truthful response.
Aha. And so, Mr. Schul, you asked Mr. Williams, since being in a relationship with Ms. Burkhart, have you had sexual intercourse with your babysitter? What was his response?
He said no, Your Honor.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being truthful, Your Honor.
Ms. Cisco, in your investigation, what did you determine about Mr. Williams having sexual contact with any other women that Ms. Burkhart doesn't know about?
He started telling me a story which was on a part of their separation when he got kicked out of the house for a 3-week period of time. And
3 weeks?
his co-worker had introduced him to a female.
Oh,
And as he was telling me this story, he leaned back in his chair and he put his hands behind his head, which is a classic body language position for confidence and satisfaction.
So when was this?
Hold on, Ms. Burkhart. And so, Mr. Schul, you asked Mr. Williams, other than the 2 women Ms. Burkhart knows about, have you had physical sexual contact with anyone other than Ms. Burkhart? What was his response to that question?
He said no, Your Honor.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being deceptive, Your Honor.
Mr. Williams? Now, you mentioned that you have lied. Now's the time to come clean.
I wasn't with nobody. That's the problem. I mean, I was introduced to somebody, but I didn't go no further.
Well,
than that.
but you've had sexual contact with somebody.
No, I have not. Never have.
Okay, so this person you were introduced to, tell me about that. You just met on the phone, you met in person?
Yeah. Went for.
Which one?
We went. Matter of fact, we went to the boat that night, but
So you met and you went gambling with her.
right, but it just.
Did you go to bed with her?
No.
Did you kiss her?
No.
Did you fondle her?
No.
Did you touch her in any
No,
way?
I didn't even like. I wasn't even interested.
Okay, you know what? He's not gonna tell the truth.
Right.
Hey, it's over.
It is over.
Mr. Schul, did he admit anything to you?
He did, Your Honor.
Tell me about that.
He admitted to me during the polygraph that during a breakup that happened about 1.5 years ago, that he did have sex with other women.
Other women, plural.
Yes.
Ms. Burkhart, you know, to be honest with you, I don't think you needed to come here to know the truth. You've known. You've known
But
in your heart.
I had to, because when he leaves, he tells me that I'm wrong, you know, and I start thinking that I'm wrong and I don't know for sure. And so this was the only way that I can make him leave and know for sure.
Okay, but let me just say this to you. He has told you exactly who he is. And people will tell you exactly who they are. And the problem is, so many times we're like, well, I don't want to believe that. He has said, I am a liar. There can be no trust there. And so we have to listen with not only with our hearts, but with our heads.
As we say in this courtroom, don't cheat yourself and don't be cheated out of a chance for a great, happy relationship. Court is adjourned.